G'day, welcome to another massive edition of the Ballarat Football Netball League Senior Footy Show. Thanks to our friends at McDonald's. Looking ahead to this weekend's round, my name's Yeendy. I'm joined by Shane Anwyl, the operations manager, mate. What a round this is going to be. It's the biggest one of the year.
It is. We're into the second half of the season. There's some cracking games all weekend, and we're really looking forward to it. This is it's going to, I think, probably show where some of those top clubs are at against their quality opposition, and I know they'll be looking forward to it as well.
I can just imagine what your response would be to pretty much most of these games, mate. You've coined the phrase a toss of the coin game, which I know I've seen a few people start to use that now just out of habit, but I can see that being implemented in some of these games. As we turn our attention, the first one, Lake Windaree and Bacchus Marsh. This is the Ballarat Football Netball League McCafe match of the round. Is going to be an absolute cracker.
It is. Lakers came off, or are coming off a loss to a very strong North City last week up there, and Bacchus Marsh, of course, had a comfortable win, I think by 15 points over Sunbury, but that was still a good game. I think Bacchus Marsh, they're sitting on top of the ladder for a reason. They're playing very nice football, and that'll continue on this week, and they'll get it over Lakers this week.
I'm with it. I think Bacchus Marsh would be too strong, but I'm curious. I've just probably about sort of 5-6 weeks ago, we've seen the Lakers go sort of that loss win. Based on that, we've talked about the last few weeks, and they've made it happen. This week they're actually due for a win. So being at home, you never know. They might be able to get themselves up for this one, and I'm looking forward to going along to this one too. And the last time I saw the Lakers play, they actually had a win. So I don't know whether it's a bit of an omen, but we'll certainly see.
Well, we'll pencil them in if they're due for a win, if it's in the rotation.
Yeah, that's right. But Bacchus Marsh should be too strong on paper anyway, mate. Sunbury Lions versus East Point. This game on 97.9 FM is going to be a great game. Your thoughts, mate?
We just spoke about Bacchus Marsh having a good win over Sunbury last week by 15 points. So Sunbury will be looking to bounce back, and we know they can. Their only problem is they're coming up against East Point. Now, East Point had a 20-goal victory last week against Melton South. So they're in terrific form at the moment, and I don't think that they're going to stop just at the moment. I think they'll have a tougher game by all means against Sunbury, but I think East Point will get the win.
Lions are very, very hard to beat at home, but East Point, as you say, they really have been in some incredible form. Really, as you touched on during the week, they haven't gone to that one avenue where they've gone to that one goal kicker. They've spread that workload around. The Lions, they've got a few injuries. They're hoping to recover and bounce back against that. They lost to the Cobras. Again, the Lions, very, very hard to beat at home, but East Point, they've just been in some scary form at the moment.
Yeah, look, they're just playing wonderfully at the moment, and I think that'll just keep going on.
Could easily be a toss of the coin game as we turn our attention to Darley versus North Ballarat City, which will be live on 98.5 FM at the ground. This is going to be a cracking contest.
Yeah, it is, and it's probably just as worthy of billing as match of the round. Darley at home to North City. Darley last week they had a very good win against Ballarat up at Ballarat. They're at home this week down at Darley Park, so they'll be looking forward to that. And North City, of course, travelling down there after they had their good win last week. So you mentioned earlier toss of the coin games. I think this is one of those. And I think just purely because it's at home, we'll probably go with Darley to get the win.
Well, I think for the sake of the competition, and this is in all due respect to Darley as well, but if City get up here, they are really going to make a big statement. We know Darley, they're going to get a few of their big guns back, hopefully, and start to really gel as a team. They're still missing the likes of Dylan Reid, and a couple of other players out for a little bit of period of time. So this will be a chance for City to get one up on Darley, but Darley being home, very, very hard to beat. I'm going to just toss a coin and after the show and see who I think might win that one. Sebastopol versus Melton, another massive game.
Yes, it is. Sebastopol be looking for 2 in a row this week after the win over Redan last week, and Melton had the bye last week, so they'll be fresh, ready to go again down there at Marty Bush Reserve. As I said, Sebastopol looking to go back to back. They've done it once this year already. So I think they're playing pretty good football at the moment. So I think I'm going to go with Sebas on that one.
One of the most important teams of the competition at the moment. I think an interesting thing for Sebas as well is if we expect Bacchus Marsh to be favourites to take down Lake Windaree, although if the Lakers continue the rotation, but say Bacchus Marsh do win, and Sebas do win this one, for a team that only won one game last year and it sort of struggled a lot up forward, they can be they will be in the top 6.
Yeah, most definitely. I couldn't disagree with anything you said. Yeah, certainly.
That's exciting stuff there. And the final game we'll look at is the Melton South v Ballarat.
Yes, 9th versus 10th, as you said earlier. Ballarat, they've had a couple of wins this year. Melton South, not so much. Look, it'd be nice for Melton South to get the win at home. It's going to be a tough game for both clubs, sort of weighing up between the two. I think Ballarat, they're going to be going all out to win this one, to get another win on the board. But I think I'm probably going to go with Melton South on this one, just because it's at home, and for no reason other than it's at home.
Because it really is going to be one of those toss of the coin games.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I would love to see Ballarat win, and it keeps their finals chance alive. They've got the bye coming up. They've done a bit of a long-range prediction, and there's an opportunity where they could possibly win. They can come away with maybe 36 points before the year's out. So maybe they can still play final. So they win here. That gate is really ajar. But we'll certainly see how it all unfolds when 5 o'clock ticks over on Saturday. Shano, thanks so much for joining us this week. Thanks to our friends at McDonald's, and we'll catch everyone next week.
Thank you.